So Dee, today's tip is a follow-on to that fantastic tip we did with Tracy Trester all about the yips and the mindset to eliminate the yips, which is, as you probably know, the yips is when you're putting, you get that sort of involuntary flinch. Some of the best players in the world have had the yips. Ernie Els, Bernhard Langer, I mean, the list is Baker Finch, list is endless.
It's generally on shorter putts too.
Generally on shorter putts, that's right. And if you've had the yips, you know how devastating they are. So we've done this fantastic mental video, which I'll link in the description. You can go and have a look at that. But today we're going to get some practical applications that you can do straight away that will immediately help get over the yips. And we've got 3 fantastic ways, starting off with the grip change.
And the reason we want that super change in the grip is to change that neurological pathway that Tracy was talking about.
That's right, short-circuit it.
Short-circuit it.
So we've got 3 examples of a new grip that you can use for your putting. Assuming you've had the usual sort of overlapping grip, the usual, the most common golf grip. So assuming you've been using that, we're going to give you a different one.
And the first one?
Come back a bit, Dee, so you can be seen. There you go. Yep, so the first grip change we thought would be, the simplest would be left hand low. And so that's leading hand lower than, so if you're left-handed, obviously it's the other way around, but your leading hand lower than your left. Now what this does is gives you a fantastic solid left side, eliminates a bit of wristiness. Oh, one thing we forgot to mention, Dee, is before you start making changes, you want to make sure your technique is okay. So go and get a lesson first. Yeah. Because often poor technique leads to the yips, doesn't it? Exactly. So we lose confidence because we're missing putts. Next thing we get super nervy and we've got the yips. So check your technique first before you go making these changes.
Yeah. And I think then that's really important, because then you know your technique's right. You can be working on the mental side of it. That's right. But if you're doubtful about your technique,
that's right. You could be super strong mentally, but if your technique's no good. So get your technique checked first. So we've got left hand low is our first grip.
And the reason we want the left hand low too is, and the reason all the research says that the yips is caused by, if you're right-handed, it's caused by your right hand taking over, being scared of contact, over dominant. Like that. Yeah. So the right hand gets over dominant. You've got this fear of contact, which causes this nervous reaction to occur.
And your right hand is more dominant if you're a right-hander. So we want to bring the left-hander, make it a little bit more dominant by bringing it.
So we've got the first grip where left hand low.
That's right. What's another one?
The claw grip.
The claw, which was made famous by Bernhard Langer years ago.
So the interesting thing with the claw is, depending on so try a few things. If it doesn't work, try something else.
Give it a bit of a go though. Don't just use it once. Don't just go once. And anything you do will take a little bit of getting a feel for. So I would practice it probably half a dozen times before you go and play with it. Play with it a few times before you decide you do or you don't like it.
So some people like the claw grip with the right hand on top.
Left hand you mean?
No, with the right hand. See how
on top that way. Okay, so you got your left hand up the top of the club and the right hand claw is over.
That way. Some people prefer the claw grip underneath.
Okay.
So that, once again, is a bit of their biomechanics. And some people even just have it straight on. So experiment with it. Just try different things.
And the beauty of the claw is that, again, you've got this left hand, your least dominant hand for a right-hander is now doing all the work. So this hand cannot take over and get nervy. That's why the claw works, because we're making the left hand do all the work. Okay, and opposite for, if you're left-handed, it's going to be the right hand. Because that's your least dominant hand. Okay, so we've got the left hand low, the claw. What was our third grip?
The third was when we have it anchored up our left arm. But please explain to the viewers the ruling on that.
That's right. You are able to anchor the putter grip up against your forearm, but no higher than your elbow. And you'll see that when you watch some of the pros, they do anchor slightly in here, and that just firms up again. That same thing, left side firmed up.
So they have to have a much longer grip, don't they?
You need a special putter. You can go into your pro shop and get them to extend it out. There's some putter grips you can buy that are purposely for it, and it just lengthens it up and it sits up comfortably against that forearm.
But under the elbow.
But lower than the elbow, or it won't be legal.
Once again, that's anchoring the left
there. That's right.
Letting the right. And the right's really just going for a ride. It's not doing that. I remember once, this is a bit of a sidetrack, but Tiger Woods said when he was putting his very best, he didn't anchor, but he said he felt he kept the distance between the forearm and the club exactly the same on his left arm.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's all the same thing, that nice firm left side.
Exactly.
Perfect.
So that's 3 changes.
Three grip changes. So you can choose one of those. You may have one that you've seen, you may have one that you've tried that you like better, but the changing of the grip just short circuits. It feels different and you're not thinking about what can go wrong. You're now thinking about, that's right. So that's our 3 grip changes, for example. What's our number 2 thing that you can do, Dee, that's going to help with the yips?
Tracy talked about this, and I think it's really important. It's your amount of focus. So sometimes what we're doing is we're focusing so much on, oh my God, I've got to get this ball into the hole. If I miss this, I look silly. So our focus isn't on getting the ball into the hole. So this is a bit of a Jordan Spieth thing. So we've lined it up. I get my putter lined up correctly. I've got my grip. And what I'm doing is I'm focusing on where I want the ball to go. I'm not worried about contact. So my whole focus is seeing the ball.
And you're actually not even going to look at the ball, Dee.
I'm not going to look at the ball.
You're going to look at the hole instead.
And in it goes. Notice what I did though. I didn't turn my shoulders. I just turned my head.
So this one, you're actually watching the hole and not the ball, which is a massive difference. Do that again, Dee, because that was... I'm
watching the hole, not the ball.
So you go and set through your setup in the normal way, but you look at the hole and not the ball. It takes the focus off that connection that is usually the issue. Nice.
There you go. And all I was doing was seeing the ball go into the hole in that position there.
Yep. And our 3rd tip that we can do practically straight away that'll help with the yips, Dee.
And the 3rd one is, like, most of us spend far too much time standing over the ball going, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Oh, so-and-so's watching. If I miss, oh my goodness, like I missed last time. So it's go through your routine, line the putter up, have your stroke, you're not worried, and now all you're doing is you're seeing the ball in the hole.
Ooh.
but I was talking while I was doing that.
Yeah, that's right.
My focus wasn't as concentrated as it should be.
But you're just pulling the trigger. You're not waiting and getting nervous and overthinking and that kind of thing.
I'm not over it. Oh my gosh.
Don't take too long, in other words. So we want to go pretty quick.
And is my grip right? Oh God, on the 3rd hole, I missed this the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, it still went in, but that's because I'm good.
Yeah, so it's overthinking, taking too long, standing over the putt. So go through your routine, set up, go. Don't take too much time. So we've got the greenkeepers waiting to come onto this green. You can't see them, but they're waiting on us. So we'll keep going. So hopefully those practical ideas will help you with the yips. You can try them straight away, and hopefully they'll help you pretty much straight away as well.
And please let us know how you go with that. Subscribe, leave a comment, do whatever. Just let us know how you're going.
Good luck.
We're here to help you.
Yeah, we'd love to hear how you go with it. Bye.
That neurological pathway.
That's right.
Something that gets you like, wow, this is not the same. I'm doing something different.
We're going to, I think we should start again.
Yeah, I do too. Neurological pathways.
It's just terrible.
But then they might not know nothing else is coming up.
But didn't I say we've got a few different things?
Yes, you did. Let's do it.
Okay. We're not loving this one, are we?
No, wonder why? Because it's probably because it's like, we'll be right.
Yeah, we'll be right. So we'll say, okay, we've got, what have we got? 3 different ways?
We've got, hang on, we're going to have some grip changes.
The Jordan Spieth thing.
Focusing on a spot. Focusing on one thing, on the hole. And then the time you spend over the ball.
Okay. Right, 3. So we've got 3 applications.
3.